Hey, what's going on, guys? Seth here again at Reynolds Outdoors, and today's overview is going to be on the Glock 43X. So before we get into it, let's go ahead and safety check. Weapon is clear. So I'm glad I finally get to do this. We've been selling these things like crazy, so they finally slowed down long enough to where I could get one on the counter and talk about it and give you guys some specs on the gun. I'm not doing a review by any means. This is just an overview. So all the things I'm telling you, you can go find it on Glock's website or a plethora of other videos out there on the internet that have already done videos on them. So as you can see, the first thing you notice on the 43X is the slide. Obviously, it's the silver NPVD finish. I like it. I'm glad they're starting to do, different colors with the Glock 19X. I really like how that one looks. And of course the two-tone, the 43X and the 48, I think they look really good. And I've had some, I've heard some complaints out there, a lot of people not liking that they're doing the two-tone, that they only want Glocks are supposed to be black, but I like it. I think it looks good. And this model has the standard polymer sights on it. It doesn't have the Mariglow or the night sights, but they do offer a model with the night sights already installed. But as you all know, the aftermarket support around Glock is pretty awesome. So you can pick tons of different sights you can install, and they're very easy to install on Glocks if you don't already know that. And the slide on the 43X, so it's the same length as your standard 43. The slide is. Now your frame is obviously a little bit bigger, so therefore allowing you to have a higher capacity magazine. So it comes with two 10-round magazines with the orange follower. So that's some Gen 5 features there. And I really, a lot of people were criticizing this gun before it even got into gun stores. Even some of the guys here work here, they're like, man, what are they doing? They're just making a longer slide, and but once we got the gun in our hands, it just really feels good, and it kind of changed a lot of attitudes about it. So, and they're also adding the front cocking serrations on the slide there, which a lot of people have been saying for years, hey, come on Glock, put the serrations on there. And so they are listening to some people. Now some people are still going to say Glock's not listening, but I am glad they did that. All right, what else? I mean, really, they didn't change a whole lot about, as far as the internals go and the way a Glock, works. They didn't change a whole lot of, nothing crazy about it. Just the capacity, the grip, and I think that was plenty. Now, one of the major criticisms is not, it's from guys and gals that have bought the 43 before they knew the 43X was coming out. So yeah, I can understand if I, was in the market for a concealed carry and I decided to go with the 43 and then the X comes out. Yeah, I would be a little sore about that. But you can add the extensions on your magazines. You can add the +2s, 3s, 4s, whatever. And I know that's extra steps you have to go through, but it is what it is. So, and now just a little bit of my thoughts on the gun. Now, everyone's comparing it to the SIG 365, and I've even seen it compared to the Glock 26, because the Glock 26 is a 10-round capacity, and that's fine, that's fair, but really, it's hard, it's tough. I mean, yes, the 365, we'll talk about 365 compared to this, because that's what everybody comes in talking about. Oh, well, let me hold it next to the 365 if we have them both in stock. 365 is still selling really well. But I think right now we have both in stock at the moment, which is good. So people are able to come in and hold them side by side and make the decision, because this is what it's coming down to. This gun and the 365. So, yeah, of course the size, the SIG wins with, capacity, and, it is still a pretty small gun, very easy to conceal. Some people are deciding to, carry in their pockets, which I'm not a fan of. I like a good holster inside the waistband. That's how I carry every day. But if I were to pick one up today, I don't know, that's a tough call. I have shot the 365. I have not had the opportunity to shoot the 43X. And I can tell you the 365 shoots great. But, time will tell, issues down the road. I know there was some hiccups beforehand with people experiencing issues with their firing pins. But I've even talked to 6 Hour reps, and they said, look, if you know a certain date, I think it was oh gosh, I don't think there's any, we're not getting any SIGs in right now that have that issue with the firing pin, because I've had people wanting me to, we had to call and make sure that's, you know, that problem's been fixed, about firing pins breaking and stuff. Then they do drag the primers a little bit, but SIG assures everyone that that's not an issue. So but not to get off too far on SIG, we're talking about the Glock 43X. But in comparison, it's tough. I mean, they're both great guns. I own both Glock and 6 Hour, so I'm not a fanboy of either. I'm a fan of both. They're both excellent, high quality gun manufacturers, and I think SIG's doing a great job with their polymer striker fire pistols, and I hope they continue to do well. But I'd have to say, you know, the way the aftermarket support just revolves around Glock and the parts and accessibility of magazines. You got Magpul making their mags and stuff, so you can get them, you know, for the other, you know, 17s and 19s and so on, you know, so and you get them at a very good price. That's the kind of things I look at as a whole. I don't just look at, okay, which gun is the best, which one can shoot 10,000 rounds in one sitting and not break. I look at, there's a whole spectrum of things to look at when purchasing one. But guys, honestly, I think you're doing a great job either way you go. It just comes down to which one just gives you that warm and fuzzy. I think both are great handguns, but the 43X has definitely done well. We've sold a lot of them, and we haven't had any complaints yet. Haven't had anybody come back trading, and that goes for both the 365 and the 43X. And I'm going to do another part 2 on popular concealed carry guns, where I'm going to get all the ones I didn't get out last time, or all the new ones we have, and just kind of go over that. And I might even bring some holsters out, because we do have holsters for the 43s and 43Xs. Of course, they all fit the same. The 43s X's fit in all the 43 holsters, but we do have 365 holsters now, inside the waistband, leather, you know, Kydex, all that. So we're starting to get those in. 12 round mags, 10 round mags. We got those in stock. So I haven't got any 10 round or extra mags. You have 10 round. They only come in 10 round for the Glock 43X. So I haven't had any aftermarket or extra mags come in for sale yet. All distributors are out, but we do have the guns in stock, and I think we got a couple of these right now. So and also the price of them vary. You know, we got them for sale for $489. I mean, and that's without the night sights. I believe the night sights run you, I believe it's $549, $559. I'll find out for sure, but and leave that in the description. But this we've only really been able to get the polymer sights, but that's okay. Most people want the polymer sights because they like to put their own, you know, their favorite sights on there. So I think that's the way I'd go too if I were to pick one up today and just put my own favorite sights on it. But yeah, so the Glock 43X, nothing else major to talk about really. I mean, the silver slide, the NP VD finish. From my understanding, I researched it, and you know, the finish has been kind of impregnated with the metal, so it's very tough, very durable. You know, Glock says it's, you know, it's going to be it's tougher than previous generation Glocks, so it's very durable. Of course, I've never had an issue out of the previous generation, so I mean, so it sounds like they improved on, you know, on an area that really didn't need improving in my opinion, but it looks good. I like it. I like all the Gen 5s. I like the finish on all those, and I think they're doing great with those. And I'm going to do some more videos on the MOSs and stuff as we get them in the future. But yeah, I've had a lot of people asking about the Glock 43X. A lot of people saying, well, I'm stuck between the 365 and the Glock. So I already did the video on the 365. If you hadn't already seen that, go check that out. Yeah. A great gun. Hopefully we'll be getting some mags in soon, so we'll have some more on the shelf, because everybody always wants more than just 2 mags. So, but all right guys, well, I hope I covered everything. If there's anything I didn't, I'll be sure to leave it in the description. But I mean, you know, simple is good with Glock. I mean, it's, you know, it's everything you need, everything you don't. I heard someone say that once in a video, and that's very true about these guns. Been very happy with my Glocks, So I'm sure the Glock 43X will. I mean, I hadn't had any issues yet. It's still kind of early, so we, you know, who knows? We may start experiencing them. If we do, I'll address it and do a follow-up video if need be. But for now, everything's been great. So, all right, guys. Well, that's the Glock 43X. We have them in stock right now. So, if you got any other questions, as always, I put the phone number in the description. If you want to give us a call, if you want to leave a comment, and please do so. Hit the like button if you like the content we're putting out, and please subscribe if you haven't already. So, all right, guys. Well, as always, thanks for watching. Hopefully, I'll keep the videos coming a little bit more often now that we're kind of slowing down, heading into the summertime. So, all right, guys. Well, till next time. Thank you for watching.